Hi, I'm Chen from Pablo and Rusty's, and today we'll be going through my tips and tricks to get the best out of your alternate milks at home. First things first, when purchasing your milk, not all milks are made equal. Make sure you're purchasing one specially formulated to be used with coffee. The big difference between Barista Blend alternate milks and your regular alternate milks is that these are specially formulated to get better integration with your coffee. They'll give you better texture and frothing. You'll get a little bit less splitting and curdling in between your shots and just taste better. When using any alternate milks, make sure we're shaking well before steaming. Just make sure that we're just mixing up anything that may have settled in transit or on the shelf, as it's more susceptible to splitting than a homogenized dairy milk. Always make sure to read the instructions on the bottle. This will give you the best tips and tricks on whether to steam it from room temperature or chilled. We recommend chilled for most alternate milks. Temperature is really important. We want to make sure that we're doing our best to avoid any curdling or splitting. With your regular dairy milks, we aim for about 65 degrees Celsius, and with your alternate milks, you want to drop that a little bit. We recommend about 55 to 60 degrees Celsius. We're going to get started with soy milk. Don't forget to shake well. A good tip with soy, as it's more prone to curdling, instead of just pouring your design straight out, add a little bit of your hot milk into the cup and swirl it around before finishing off your design. You'll notice with soy milk, it's one of the hardest milks to latte out with. Soy especially is more susceptible to curdling and splitting. That's just a natural reaction from the soybean and the acidity in the coffee. So the higher the acidity in your coffee is, the more susceptible you are to splitting, and also keeping your temperature on the lower end of the scale will also help. Where possible, after steaming your soy, if you just give it a gentle tap and swirl, let it sit for about 20 to 30 seconds, that should help build up that creaminess and counteract that watery curdled effect. So, over to almond milk, and we're gonna shake well before use. While steaming your milk, a good way to judge whether you're hitting the right temperature is you should be able to comfortably hold your jug for at least 3 seconds. If it's unbearable on the hand, it's generally closer to 65 degrees. Just like with any other coffee, we just integrate by doing nice, even circles. When we're ready for our design, we just drop down low. And there's your almond. You'll notice with the almond milk compared to the soy milk, there's a little bit less splitting. It's a lot more even to integrate, and you've got a nice, even, milky drink. Oat milk's been becoming really popular and it's a crowd favorite. We love using it because it's locally sourced, organic, tastes great for integration, and you get a great creamy, milky latte-based drink. Now with oat, you'll find it's quite similar to all your other milks. Its closest cousin is probably almond milk. You'll find it has the same creaminess and body, quite easy to texture, quite easy to integrate and draw patterns with. Again, we're just looking to keep it between 55 and 60 degrees Celsius. You don't want it to get too hot on your hands. And now we pour. You'll find with oat, it pairs very well with espresso-based coffees. There's minimal splitting, great integration, and a nice creamy mouthfeel. Now we've got a bit of a wild card for our final alternate milk, and that's our hemp milk. Same as anything else, give it a good shake, and away we go. You'll notice on the box for this one, it recommends stretching from room temperature. We've noticed with our trials that there's a little less splitting and better integration than the refrigerated milk. But once opened, we do still recommend refrigerating for safety purposes. You'll notice as you're stretching your hemp milk, it'll be a little bit harder to froth than the others, quite watery in texture, similar to its cousin soy milk. It's one of the newer milks available on the market, not widely used, but if you've got any tips and tricks, let us know. So you'll notice there's minimal splitting, curdling starting to form on the edges, and it's got a bit more milky, watery mouthfeel. Final tip for today, some coffees are naturally more acidic, which can create a little bit more curdling or splitting. We recommend a blend that's low in acidity, and for us, that's our Porter Street. That's all for me today. I hope you found these tips and tricks interesting. Like always, like and subscribe.